Hey guys, we're back. Today we're going to talk about a knot that I like to use for punching and securing my hook to braided line. And that knot is the double snell knot. So this is my punching or heavy flipping setup. This is a Revo Rocket. It's got a 10-to-1 gear ratio. I make a lot more flips. It's pulling up a lot more line every turn of the handle. So I really like to use this one for flipping applications, top wire, stuff like that. And then this is a Veracity. This is a 711 extra heavy. This is my punching setup, and I'll use anywhere from 60 to 80 pound braid when I do this. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you guys how to do the double snell. So we're going to tie the double snell here. So I've got my braided line. I already put my peg up the line. If you haven't seen my Texas rig video, I show you how to put on the peg. It's really not that complicated, but I'll put the link to that video in the bio. Here's the peg. I slid up the line. So here's my line. This is an Owner 4-out jungle flipping hook. This is what I use almost always when I'm punching. It's a straight shank hook, and a lot of times when you are punching or fishing heavy cover, you do want to use a straight shank hook. You're going to have way better hookups with this hook. Here's my weight. This one is a little over an ounce. So I'm going to put this on there first. The peg is going to keep it in place. This is a bullet weight. It's a flipping weight, so it's conical, so it's going to fall with that end usually first, just like so. So I'm going to put my line through the top of this. This line's pretty thick, so it can be challenging because this is an insert. There we go. There's our weight. Up the line, here's our peg. And now we can put on our hook. So here's the double snell. I'm going to start out with the line on the top. It's going to go through this side of the hook, the front side of the hook, and down through. Some people loop it over and just put both ends through. I like to just pull this through, give it enough, and then put this tag end back through to give myself the double snell. And this is what makes it the double snell. It's doubled over. You can just tie a single snell, which would just be with this amount of line. So let's put it back through and let's do the double snell. So I want to leave myself plenty of line to do this with. Alright, so I've got my doubled over line. I'm going to pinch it down here by this keeper, and we're going to create a loop with the line. So we're going to create a loop there. Make sure that line goes back down there around the loop and is on this side, our side of the keeper there. That's really important. So now I'm going to start at the base and wrap up to the eye of the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I like about 5 wraps if I can get it. And 5. Now I'm going to take this part of the double over line and I'm going to put it back through our loop that we've been holding on to. So there we go, through that loop. And now we want to hold the line up here from getting tangled when we're pulling this tight. And then we're going to pull this end, and we're going to pull this end with the little tag end and the main line hanging out. And just cinch both of them down. And now we have a double snell. That is one of the strongest knots you can tie, as well as being one of the best ones for getting good hookups and landing the fish. So let's cut off our tag ends. I want to leave a little bit here, and then we just cut off our double tag down here as well. There we go. So there's our double snell. Now let's put our bait on. So this is the Berkeley Bunker Hog. This is a 4-inch bait. It's slender. It's going to come through cover well. Good punching bait, good flipping bait right here. So let's rig this sucker up I'm going to show you what this line keeper is for as well. So I'm going to go down, straight down into the bait, and I'm going to come out at a 45. I'm not going to go maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch out the side. And I'm going to bring this hook down, straight down through, and then flip it like you would a Texas rig. So here now we want the keeper to be sitting there, kind of holding that plastic up, so it's going to keep it from sliding up and down. And then we've got our hook here that we will put into the bait, and kind of just leave a little bit out. I'll skin hook it back in just a tad sometimes. You don't want it hanging up on the grass and getting stuck in cover, but you want it to be able to get out of there quickly. So another key thing, you want to make sure that bait is straight. When it's falling down, it's going to look natural if it's straight. So let's adjust our weight here and push down our peg. Now we've got our punching rig, our weedless, our slither rig basically, without the punch skirt. This is going to be something that's going to be really good at coming through cover. This is great for punching through matted vegetation. And I'm going to show you why I would tie the double snell knot in this situation. So when a fish bites and you set the hook, a lot of times this weight, if there's any kind of gap here, is going to blow the mouth of the fish open and it's going to rip the hook out. But with the double snell, a lot of times when you set the hook, it's going to allow that hook such. It's going to kick the bait out, it's going to kick the hook out, and hopefully it's going to keep pegged into the fish's mouth. And that's why we like the double snell in this situation. This is pretty much the only time I'm going to tie a double snell is when I'm punching or flipping really heavy cover, especially with braided line.